Hello, my name is Ghost, and today I wanted to talk about Northgard and its gameplay length, and what I think the devs might want to consider with the almost promise that multiplayer is going to be released incredibly soon. To start off, I just wanted to show a little time spectrum of other games to help get a feel of what the RTS genre has released. For starters, StarCraft. It's always been a cornerstone when it comes to the RTS games, and while most matches will go for about 25 to 30 minutes for different races like Terran versus Protoss, in Dittos for Zergs, they can be as fast as 10 to 15 minutes long, which, if you equate that to Northgard, is around when you've scouted all your immediate surrounding tiles. On the far side, the most recent 4X game to really stick around, Stellaris, will often have single-player matches that go on for about 20 to 30 hours, depending on about 500 different variables that factor into the game. And multiplayer can go on for even longer. Now, a nice little middle spot, if you will, is Civilization, which goes on for about 10 to 15 hours, so it's still pretty long, but you get the gist. Now, what I really want to talk about isn't so much the gameplay, but the viewability for Northgard. While StarCraft is like a nice TV show going for about 25 to 30 minutes long, both Civilization and Stellaris, being 4X games, are like binge-watching multiple seasons of one show, and doing that for 2 or 3 shows to finish one game. This is acceptable though for both Civilization and Stellaris because they both have in-depth lore and emergency events which help keep the player interested and give huge room for replayability. They're also both meant to be played more casually and in good company with friends. This is what I think both games were going for, and the fans that obviously follow enjoy both of them for this. On the other hand, StarCraft is fast-paced, cunning, and speaks Korean. The fun is more in the perfection of unit control and micro while being fast-paced and easily able to pop out of one game regardless of whether you won or lost and jump right back into another without much hesitation.
He's going to do that very popular and very famous attack at the third base. He's waiting here perhaps for 1-1 to finish as he gets the rest of the Lings out. Rinking, though, I feel has plenty enough to defend this.
The problem is he doesn't have siege tanks, but he has marauders, and Stim is done. So he sees now this force, and ooh, Life actually engaging with this. Here come the Banelings!
Oh, he could get a sick connect, but Rinking pulls away at the last second, and this is the Rinking splitting that we all know and love. Look at that split! Oh my god!
Bye 20 Banelings! Marine King with a boss split here. He's like, well, Life, you can pull back Zerglings all you want, but I'm gonna take down your Banelings, and what you gonna do? You're gonna watch and you're gonna cry.
And this is where Northgard gets brought in. It has the unit control like StarCraft, but the lengthiness of Stellaris without any of the lore or dynamics. Stellaris gets away with being slow by having well over 100 different government types to create or choose from, and StarCraft is fast enough that regardless of your skill, you can start over in 10 seconds flat. Right now, Northgard is at a fork in the road. On the left, you can choose for a competitive RTS, which captures audience with Viking-themed savagery, and on the right, an interesting 4X game, which focuses more on lore and Norse mythology. In my opinion, I think they should go left. The reason is simple: time. The gamer today likes to watch and play games with the ability to do it often and frequently. We see this in Overwatch, CSGO, Hearthstone, Rainbow Six Siege, LoL, Dota, and of course StarCraft. Games which are frequently at the top of both Twitch and YouTube viewer lists because it allows players to have fast action. While Northgard definitely needs to keep centered around Norse mythology, if the game wants to stay interesting and crowd-drawing, I think this game needs to be more than just, ooh, Vikings, you know? With a competitive scene, you get personalities and players who only want to be the best. And with personalities and tryhards, you get people who want to learn and enjoy the same thing. Next thing you know, you have a group of people who love and like the game. Now, to be fair, 4X games are fantastic and very fun to play. I personally have about 300 hours in Stellaris alone because you really never can quit trying to conquer the universe passively. But there is a definite reason that you don't see competitive Stellaris, and I want to see a competitive Northgard. Here's how I think we can achieve that. The current resource rate is just simply too low, and often how fast you can expand is primarily based around RTG, or random tile generation. I've previously talked about the starting tiles and having set spawn requirements, but also think increasing the villager, farmer, healer, and other food gatherers would really help cut down on that, what I like to call, watch a YouTube video while I wait for my +6 food to hit 560. I also think that adding more food tiles throughout the map would help players late game when you need, 560 food just to expand to the Draugr tomb and then get the one space fish tile. This allows players to be more sparing with their villagers and allows more villagers to become Vikings and
join me and glory!
Most late game matches typically devolve into let me place 6 or more villagers on my 1 food tile with a food silo next to my base, and let's see what happens. More food obviously leads to more expansion, and with more expansion, you have a better opportunity to spread your villagers to do more and more things instead of just having them sit on 1 tile trying to keep your +6 alive. I really do hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please let me know. I hope you guys, of course, have a good day, good afternoon, good night, and I'll see all of you guys later. Goodbye.